So I want you to put your hands together in one moment to welcome Antoine Borde, Global E-Commerce Acceleration Director, L'Oreal. Give them a great round of applause.
Hello, everyone. I'm very, very happy to be here with you, with Danny, to talk about e-commerce today and to share a bit of the insights and the know-how that we have developed over the past few years around e-commerce. We have partnered with, of course, our traditional retailers because they are accelerating also big time when it comes to e-commerce. We are very strong partners of the big e-commerce players, which you all know, Amazon and Alibaba, of course. But then when we spend a lot of time with my teams is with local and regional partners. So this is where co-creating that with those partners has been extremely, extremely successful. The last example is Amazon. Alors, Amazon is a different type of player because when you approach Amazon, you say, you know what, we're going to change your product page. We're going to change the layout and we're going to put very fancy stuff, etc. So, oh, if you're not Jeff Bezos, you can't do anything on the product page. So I try to look like Jeff Bezos, but I'm still not there yet. But we managed to do some things. We partner with Amazon on our pharmacy brands. So our pharmacy brands are La Roche-Posay or Vichy, for those of you who know those brands. And we have co-created together a professional skincare environment. A professional skincare environment, what do you find in this professional skincare environment? So you have it here. So you see it doesn't necessarily look as your traditional Amazon product page. We have changed a lot of features when it comes to the product page. And yes, you find some of the codes of the Amazon product page, but yet it's very different. You have many more images and the content is very different. We have included service, which is something very, very relevant. And this is where Amazon, it was really the turning point when we developed that with them. You can find a dermatologist near you. Very useful. I mean, those brands are pharmacy brands. So you might want to have an advice from a professional. So embedding that into the product page is something very new, and that's a very powerful feature. And then, of course, we have gained extra visibility, on the platform. So I'm going to skip some of that, but it's true that we used a lot of the influencers that we use on those brands in order to drive traffic to Amazon. We sampled a lot, and we have developed also a specific catalog when it comes to Amazon in order to have a broader range. Now, what are the results? And that's the interesting part. When you look at the results, these are the results that we had last year. You can see that our growth overall for the division was plus 20% on a market like the US, which is extremely hard to penetrate. Driven a lot by Amazon, but we also had a halo effect on the other distribution channels. This is a fantastic example showing that you shouldn't consider e-commerce as a silo. These offline to online bridges are super strong. You see consumers at Walmart going on Amazon to check prices, to check reviews and ratings, and vice versa. And you can see it here. Because of the awareness of La Roche-Posay in the US was not that high, consumers were starting to discover the brand thanks to Amazon. And then eventually buying it first on Amazon and potentially buying it at Walgreens as a second purchase. So this is also the bridges that we see between the offline and the online.